We are inside and under the roof tonight here at Rogers Centre in Toronto, Ontario. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Cleveland Indians and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Jays are looking to make history here today. Can they break the all-time winning streak record? We'll see right after this. Marcus Stroman is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid season up to this point. 15 wins on the year, and that's a pretty good number. He's going to look to add to that total in this one here today.
That'll bring in Nick Solak. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off tonight for Cleveland, the second baseman, Nick.
First offering. Front door with the slider. He clips the zone for a called strike. Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, not normally a good plan to throw 3 consecutive sliders in a row. This guy's slider is so good, I think he might throw it again.
And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And that'll bring in Yandy Diaz as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. The numbers coming in: 278 the average, a dozen home runs, and 28 RBIs. And it's quickly 0-2. Diaz is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
The next 1-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Segura to his left. He's there. And there's out number 2. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I'm looking for a big performance from Nolan Arenado. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat. It looks like the focus and concentration is even better when he has runners in scoring position.
Nice AB right there. A little potential for some 2-out lightning, getting a cleanup hitter to the dish after the first 2 batters of the inning were retired.
To the plate now, Adam Duvall. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Again, a 1-2. Weak grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly. Just like that, they take the lead.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 8 home runs, 27 driven in. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Swing and a little blooper to center. In there, a base hit. Some 2-out success to keep the top of the first alive.
That's why I always said, Dan, there's no justice in this game. This guy watches 2 pitches over the heart of the plate and then gets a knock on a ball way out of the zone.
Boy, you said it. There's no justice in baseball, D-Row. It's just takes 2 pitches right down the middle.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 2-0 Indians. Felix Hernandez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he could throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Batting second, the second baseman.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Segura on at first, nobody out. Looped out towards short. The second for 1. On to first, and they get them both. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, Matt, I appreciate the way Bryce Harper plays the game. This guy knows how to drive in runs. Had over 25 runs batted in last month. You've got to pay attention to how he goes about it. Ground balls, fly balls, home runs, any way to drive in a run, and that's what he's doing.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. And it's gone. That one cut through the sky like a hot knife through butter. A solo home run off the bat of Bryce Harper. Home run number 39 on the season for him. And the Blue Jays are on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Haven't been talking in the dugout because it looks like they've learned 4 home runs this series, and they're still giving him pitches to hit.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna, one of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
What a season this guy's having. He's right up there among the RBI leaders, and he's awfully dangerous with runners on base.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Pitch on the way. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit.
We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Now at the plate, Narvaez. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
And it's a fly out to start the second, 1 away.
Batting it, the shortstop.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And let's focus on Wilson Ramos. He's an absolute brick wall behind the plate. And if you miss middle over the heart of the plate, he could turn it around with a 3-run bomb.
At the plate, Tim Lokes, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 4 home runs and 25 driven in. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Roll, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Throw in time at first for out number 2. Brett Phillips will bat next. Comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Same pitch that time, the sinker, but it looked like he made a good adjustment with it.
Yeah, Matt, that's a great point. Released it from out front much better that time. I just think he wasn't real happy with the first one he threw, so he wanted to get the feel back for it.
Right side, but it's well foul. The 2-2.
Down to 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
The batter.
And now the first pitch, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike two. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Reined in. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that brings in George Springer.
The right fielder, George.
First pitch of the AB now. As he sends it on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting fifth.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's been swinging a hot bat in the series with 7 base hits coming in. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. J.D. Davis, the next at bat. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to make the catch.
Welcome back to the Rogers Center, home of the Blue Jays, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. Coming into the day, they ranked first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers. One member of the staff told me, "It's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones." Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, "I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun." Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Heidi. Strike one to start the at-bat. Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Chopped up the line to first. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I like that he tried to tie him up inside on that pitch, but it was a little bit of a risky situation because if you're off just a little bit, you can end up plunking a guy. That's the last thing you want to do when you've got a guy 0-2.
Base is empty, 2 away. And up next, former San Francisco minor league property Adam Duvall. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. pulled high in the air out to left field. Ozuna gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. Striding in is Wilson Ramos as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
The catcher.
First pitch on the way. Hit in the air to center field. Phillips is right there, and very quickly one gone. So next to bat will be Joe Patterson. First pitch of the AB now.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Throw to first to be in time, and Hernandez looking good here with 2 away. Next to dig in, Gene Segura. He singled first time up.
Segura.
As Hernandez is going to jump ahead of him here with strike 1.
Oh, I just don't understand that swing. The first 2 guys made outs on just 1 pitch. What are they doing up there?
Hit the other way out toward right field. Duvall is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi. New inning set to get underway, and here comes the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
Garrett.
As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-hole hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Stepping in once again is Matt Kemp. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle. He's been struggling. The season hasn't gone according to plan, but he's staying pot committed and grinded out a nice knock.
No balls and a strike to count. Stroman comes set. 0-1 pitch on its way. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. A ball and 2 strikes now. Runners on first with 1 down. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Line drive, base hit to right. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now. Stepping in now, Tim Lopes. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And there's ball 1. Indian shortstop behind 1 and 2 in the count. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Line toward the alley in left center. And this is going to wind up as extra bases as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second.
Just a great at-bat there. That 1-out double gets a run across, and now they've got runners at second and third and are 1 solid swing away from making this a real big inning.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
Nick Sola.
First offering, Nick Solak comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. An absolute dime to the plate for the final out. Certainly worth another look. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Bottom of the inning now, and that brings up Adam Frazier. First offering on its way.
Adam.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. There to make the catch is Arenado for the first out. One out, base is empty, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at-bat. You do not come off the heater. Have to be leery of the off-speed, but stay on the fastball. He's got to throw it again.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, and no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. So here is Yandy Diaz. First delivery to him.
Yandy Diaz.
The 1-0 home. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. So bases are empty with 1 gone, and in next it'll be the perennial MVP candidate, third baseman Nolan Arenado. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh, look at that stop. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, former San Francisco minor league property Adam Duvall. Lifted down the line in left. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but that hasn't been the case. He's carving right through them here.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he chased one there as this is bounced to short. Go to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney. And now here is George Springer. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory where you're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
Liner towards second, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Well, it's been a while since they had a base runner, more than 3 innings to be precise, but they've got one now. We'll see if they can get a little something going here.
And now the first pitch. The 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, these guys haven't had too many opportunities yet to test the running game in this one, so they could decide to put a man in motion right here.
Chopped to third. Tough to get 2. 1 there. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Next to hit is J.D. Davis. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Popped him up. Solak moving to his left, and that ends the inning. 1 hit in the end. Now at the plate is Garrett Cooper. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
High and deep down the left field line. And foul. The 1-1. Swing, and he's able to flare this one out to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Matt Kemp started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
Just a sec now as that ball finds its way into the outfield, a base hit. And he will beat the throw home. It's a 4-1 score now.
Hey, D-Roll, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Patterson patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. Next to stand in is Brett Phillips. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. In there, 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. And it's 1-2. First and second now, 1 man out. Look out, that one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. 3-2 to the Indian center fielder.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Working for the punch out and the offering, and he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Nick Solak. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. In there, 0-1.
Hey, when a pitcher's put in a tough spot, he's usually going to go to what got him here, and that's this guy's slider. Expect to see that more often.
1 run scores. He pulls into second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Yandy Diaz. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
1-1 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings 1 home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they're definitely just not having.
And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
On to first, and they get the double play.
The batter, number 2.
So base is empty now after the double play. And stepping up is the shortstop, Gene Segura. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And it's fouled away. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.